Shalom, call Lawyer Habashiam Shah, Shalom to the left. It's a quick video. I happen to see what's going on over across seas. And you got Esau stirring up more shit, where everything is coming straight out of the prophecy. So, let me see, let me go to this video that got queued up. Now, Esau want to take different parts of the world to try to expand and do like how they did in ancient Rome. Like I mentioned in the previous video, with them doing that, it's going to spread their resources and the military thin, which leaves them vulnerable. Now, you got this video right here. It says Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi, I may be saying his name wrong, warns Iran ready for war if U.S.
Thousands of Iranians took to
an outage because the Starlink went down. Of course, they blame it on Iran. Say they hacked it or did some shit to it. And now today also, Verizon and other major telephone companies happen to go out. So shit been brewing up, man. Now, let me get this preset real quick. All this stuff is straight out of the scriptures, man. Book of Joel, chapter 3 and 10. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war with the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong." These nations that's boasting and talking about their military arsenal and different stuff now. Back then, years ago, they wasn't talking like that. They didn't have their military arsenal built up like that. They didn't have the different alliances that they have now. They were more agricultural countries that just mainly did trade with different goods. Now, time passed, they built up their military arsenal, and Most High put the spirit on them to do so. So when this time takes place, they will be a part of fulfilling the prophecy. Now, verse 11, it says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves round about, building causes our mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come unto the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." And Esau, see, look, you have a lot of people, they be like, "Oh, this is just a white man book," and all this other shit. This is the white man book. Esau, they took this stuff out of here, so we won't know their playbook. Because it's clearly speaking on how they're going to get drugged over to that region of the world in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? God says, "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great." And these heathens, they don't drink the Babylon juice, so you got the ones that's on one side in their nation saying, "Hey, we don't want to be Americanized. We don't want them to take over our stuff." And you got the other half that Esau done slid into certain positions to cause conflict. So it'll be a bunch of wickedness going on. And our people have also adopted the ways of the heathen. That's why you have a lot of people, they say they Muslim. A lot of people, they say they Buddhist, they Hindi or whatever. They be into all these different philosophies, but they don't be how they supposed to be. We supposed to be an example on the earth, example of what to be, not an example of what not to be. Now, let me read on down some more. It says, multitude, the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Why? Because once they start shooting them missiles that they got, it's going to dark out the sky. It's darken out the sky. So like shit going to shake up. Scriptures mention how the earth should reel to and fro like a drunkard. There's only one thing on this earth that's going to make the earth reel back and forth like that and move back and forth. Nukes. When nukes set off, they cause a chain reaction also when they hit the tectonic plate. So that's another reason Esau want to get to these different regions of the world and take over so they can build bunkers, or they can get control of bunkers that's already built so they can be able to hide out. Hide from the wrath of the Lamb, like it mentions in the book of Revelation. Now, I should make this video play just a little bit and see what he said.
the streets on Monday to show support for the government. It's unclear how many protesters demanding action over the country's economic collapse have been killed in weeks of unrest.
And see, Esau's slick. Esau set this shit up. Anytime it be a big protest like that, you have to really do your homework if you really want to know what's going on. They'll have insiders go cause a scene just so they can come in with a solution. That side OP, they do that. That's what Esau do. Now, them Persians been over there. They ain't been doing this shit. Now, all of a sudden, Esau want to come over there and do this and do that. They protesting and doing this. Like, come on now. Same old tactic, man. That's why, let's see. Let me just precept right here. Now, I wasn't going to get this, but this is a good one. This is in the book of Psalm 10 and 2. It says, the wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Now, the main people on the earth that got nukes is Esau, Edomites, the so-called Caucasian white people. They have nukes. That's why they get mad when somebody else try to start building them, or they get the compounds to build them, the elements to build them, and they say, oh, we can't let them get this. They create weapons of mass destruction. But they imagine and sat back and created these devices. Then these other people, they end up getting them too. That's why the scriptures mention that, hey, he that diggeth a pit should fall therein, because they dug them pits, the missile silos in them pits too, which is real ironic that it's made like that. That's the same thing that's going to come up against them when these nations decide to link up, which they doing so. They're making their alliances. So when shit hit the fan, you got the Gog and Magog prophecy. Russia is going to be a guard into these other nations over there. As Esau keep trying to push his way further east when all this shit going on over here in the so-called West. And Esau is proud. Let me see what scripture I want to get real quick. Book of Obadiah 1 and 3 says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Esau is real proud, man. It says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's how Esau moving. Who's going to bring them down? Who's going to stop the military, the top military? Esau's so proud. They even got our people believing in that shit. Our people believing in the same shit, the same system that spiritually, physically, and mentally destroys them.